Hello, ladies, and welcome to another edition of Thriving After 45 Menopause Made Easy with Tanya. Welcome back. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe and share my podcast with your fellow lovely ladies. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Today, I want to talk about a hormone you may have never heard of called leptin. And I have talked about this in the past, but this could be why you're always feeling hungry and tired, which is part of the episode today. This leptin hormone is a satiety. Oh, I always say that wrong. It's like you're satiated. You're satiated hormone. I don't know why I can't spit that word out, but anyway, satiety. There it is, satiety hormone. And it plays a huge role in our hunger, cravings, and energy. And I, for one, can put up my hand and say, I didn't know about this, years ago when I was going through my sugar cravings and battle the bulge and the muffin top and all the rest of it. And I can definitely tell you that my leptin levels were out of whack from all the things I've learned over the past few years. To make this crystal clear, I'd like to compare two women. A lot of you have said you like it when I compare women because it really helps you. We're going to go with leptin-strong Lucy and leptin-resistant Rachel. And by describing these two women, see where you are. All right, so let's start with leptin-strong Lucy. Lucy's brain can hear leptin's signals loud and clear, which means she can hear the messages that she is full. And I can definitely say I did not used to hear that. Okay. When Lucy eats a balanced meal with with protein, healthy fats, and healthy carbohydrates, her body registers, I've had enough. I feel satisfied. And here's how she feels and what her habits look like. All right. So she eats 3 nourishing meals and rarely needs to snack. And some days she only needs 2 meals because that's just how her body is feeling. So she's really tapping into her hunger signals as opposed to environmental cues and hedonistic eating. She feels naturally satisfied after eating and doesn't battle constant cravings. Her energy is steady throughout the day. She sleeps well because her body isn't busy digesting late night snacks, and her weight feels relatively stable even through menopause. And by weight, I also mean the body composition, her fat that she's made up, fat, muscle, and bones. Oh, bones! That brings me to something that I've got going on online, building better bones. Oh my gosh, everybody. I know bones are invisible. We don't see them. But it is something that we do need to work on. We need to have strong bones and strong muscles. So in my Vibrant Living Academy, I have starting October 9th online. You can either catch me live or catch the replays. I'm going to do 10 classes and I will mention a couple names here. But before I do, if you don't have strong bones and muscles, oh my gosh, it is not good. Okay. You have increased risk of fractures, even from low impact events, loss of mobility and independence, more pain, stiffness, and fear of falling, which I'm seeing a lot of people talk about these days. And you have longer recovery times and potentially even, limited range of motion. The flip side is that if you do proper exercise to build your bones and build your muscles that's consistent, you can change the trend. You can shift the trend. You can rebuild bone and you can rebuild strength. And what I like to tell my ladies is one of my goals is not to get worse. Okay? One of my goals is even if I don't improve, Okay. My goal is not to get worse. And I think that's really important to hear. Okay. So many of us sometimes, just don't understand the significance of just not getting worse. Of course, we want to get better, but we don't want to get worse. All right. So I'm going to do an online Better Bones series on Zoom, and they're going to be live classes to help you strengthen your muscles and bones so that you can feel great, reducing your risk of falling, feel rooted in your body again, stay active and joyful. And this is for anybody 30s, 40s, actually, no, let's say 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. All right. And I'll just read you a couple of classes coming up if I see it on here. Where did I put it? Oh, we're going to do like strong bones, foundations first, core confidence, everyday power moves, right? And so this is all functional strength so that you can use this daily bending, reaching, stretching, standing, sitting, carrying groceries, carrying grandchildren, whatever it is. So that's my Better Bones program. You can email Tanya at moveyourbody.ca to find out more information. Okay, let's go back to meeting leptin-resistant Rachel. Rachel's body is making leptin. Okay, so your body can make leptin, but her brain isn't getting the memo. It's like having a broken fuel gauge on her car, right? It's just reading empty even when the tank is full. So I can definitely relate to leptin resistant Rachel. The message was not getting to my brain. Remember, hormones are just chemical messengers, right? That are sending messages all around. And so you can have hormones that you're not hearing. And here's what that looks like. She's hungry all the time, even after eating a full meal. So you eat a full meal and you're still feeling like, ooh, there's something I could eat. Craves sugar and carbs, especially at night. And that can be anything from alcohol, potato chips, popcorn, candy bars, crackers, cheese, right? So you're just craving, or maybe not cheese, but you're craving carbohydrates and sugar. You often snack. Oh gosh, I have so many late night snackers, and I used to be one of them, after dinner snacker. Okay. But you're often snacking late night, and this really disrupts your deep sleep and your sleep. You can feel sluggish, foggy, and frustrated that your weight won't budge. Remember, this is leptin resistant Rachel. And you feel Rachel stuck in a cycle of eating for energy because her body isn't burning fuel efficiently. And I have done so many episodes on burning sugar versus burning fat. You don't want to lose weight. You want your body to become a fat burning machine. Fat is stored energy, stored sugar. Okay, that's what I would say 99% of women want. They don't want to lose muscle mass, they don't want to lose bone mass. Okay, maybe they want the number on the scale to move, but you want it to come from your fat mass. Really important. And again, I've done tons of episodes on this. The key difference between Lucy and Rachel are they're both eating, but their brains are interpreting the signals differently. Lucy's leptin sensitivity lets her body know when she's fueled, and Rachel's leptin resistance tricks her body into thinking she's always running on empty. And I see this with grazers constantly eating food. You will never tap in to stored fat if you're constantly eating food. And that was me. This is not about how many calories you're eating. It's how you eat them, when you eat them, and importantly, how do you become leptin sensitive, right? As opposed to leptin resistant. This is why women in midlife can feel like their appetite is out of control, even when they're trying so hard to eat healthy and exercise. And it's not about willpower, it's about hormone signaling. I'm going to tell you 5 things that you can do about it so that you can pick one and start. But I also want to mention that I also have a winter renewal reset program coming up, and it's 20 days. It's 19 days of little video lessons I'm going to send you. It's not live. I'm just going to send them into your mailbox. And then on the 20th day, you get to spend time with me on Zoom, live Q&A, which is invaluable. That is, woof, that is, gosh, for $25 plus tax, that's a steal. Okay, so every fall, women tell me the same thing. My pants are tight. I can't control my cravings. I feel heavier every winter. It takes forever to bounce back. Like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, and it's not your imagination, because if you listen to episode, I think it's 205A, I talk about why we're more resistant in the fall. It makes perfect sense, right? Okay, so we become more insulin resistant in the winter. But what's happened is that we're living in this perpetual summer state. I have been talking about this since July of 2025. And it's not what we want to do this winter if you want to feel um, energetic and aligned and really know how to work with the seasons. You'll feel more clear-headed, you'll feel rested and restored, you'll feel calmer and less anxious, you'll feel lighter in your body and spirit, and you'll also not feel like you're pushing or struggling. You're going to learn how to get into flow. So if you're interested, please email me, Tanya, Tanya, at moveyourbody.ca. And you can put, if you're interested in Build Better Bones, you can put that. You can put the Winter Renewal Reset. I'll send you information on both. And my gosh, these are just really amazing programs to help set yourself up for longevity, vitality, and vibrancy. And now, what can we do about leptin resistance? The beautiful news is that leptin sensitivity can be restored with lifestyle shifts. Now, you're going to hear, and I've done many episodes on light. I hope you're paying attention. This is not mainstream media, okay? This is not typical advice you're going to hear from your doctor, but trust me, this is hugely impactful. Okay, so listen to my episodes on light. I think I did one on, I think it was 204A or 205A, actually, I think it's 204A, where I talk about light, dark, and hormones. It's a mini episode, really powerful. If you're not getting that morning light, let's get you outside. It is a little more challenging, which I'm going to talk about within the Winter Renewal Reset program. But getting this natural sunlight into your eyes helps to reset your circadian rhythm. Your sleep starts with you getting morning sunlight. We're going to start the cycle, but it starts with you getting outside, no glasses, in the morning. I've done many an episode on stop late night eating. You really, if you're still working on this and you just keep going around and around and around, you got to ask yourself some questions, okay? And maybe you're leptin sensitive. So it's easy to say stop nighttime eating. It's a difficult challenge because I've heard so many of you over the years. It's time with my husband. I finally put my kids to bed. It's my time. It's a habit. I enjoy it. But it is really affecting your hormones, your sleep, your energy. It's just not in rhythm with your body. Close the kitchen 3 hours before bed. Okay. Or if you are eating right up to bed, start moving backwards. And if you need help, please reach out. That's what I'm here for. Focus on protein. Build meals around protein to stabilize blood sugar. This is why calories is not the whole picture. Okay. We must get protein. And I would say for most women, you need to eat breakfast lunch and a smaller dinner, and then stop the nighttime eating. It's not good to nighttime eat and then not eat again till 2 o'clock the next day. It's just so out of rhythm with your body, and it's causing not only maybe weight issues and energy issues, but a lot of other annoyances, health disturbances that you may not know about that are coming to your body soon. Quality sleep. Again, I've talked about this for the almost 4 years I've had my podcast now. Prioritize deep, restorative sleep for hormone repair. This summer, the last couple summers actually, I have really worked on my sleep, and in the winter, but the summer can be more challenging because it's light outside. But really prioritizing sleep for hormone repair. And the last point I'm going to make is meal spacing. It's about 3 to 4 hours that we technically should be eating between meals. So give your body breaks between meals instead of constant snacking. And you should actually be able to last longer. This would require me to go into a whole other episode, which I have done many an episode on this. But look at your meals, how much space you have between them. Can you get to the next meal? Do you feel your blood sugar levels dropping? What was in the meal that you ate before? How did that affect you? Like, this is really unraveling your habits. It's your habits in your environment that really dictate a lot of the eating. Trust me, I have been there. I have been there. I was a constant grazer. I was a sugar addict. I was a nighttime eater. I wrote a book called Cookie Dough in the Dark. Okay. But I have done a lot of beneficial work on myself that I'm reaping the benefits for. And it's a practice. It's a constant practice, but it's one that makes you feel so much better. If you relate more to Rachel right now, who's leptin sensitive or leptin resistant, right? Then know that you can absolutely move towards feeling more like Lucy, who is more leptin sensitive. Your body wants to hear leptin's message again. It just needs the right environment to reset. And that's the power of syncing with your biology instead of fighting it. And that's really what we're going to do in the winter renewal reset. I'm going to show you how to work with light and food and darkness and some other amazing habits that are so tiny, and you'll plant the seed as to what you need to be doing in order to thrive, not just this year, but next year and the year after and the year after. I know we're living longer, but living longer without your health is not really living to me. I'm more interested in your health span, your vibrancy, and your vitality. And I just know that the things that I teach you are super beneficial. So it's up to you whether you want to listen to me or not. And that's okay. Whatever you decide to do, that's your call. So remember, I have the Better Bones, Build Better Bones program starting online. You can catch me live on Zoom or catch the replays. And that starts October the 9th. And we will do 10 classes, plus you get some bonus classes. Okay. And that'll run through until the end of November end of October. And then I have another great challenge in November. And then I'm also starting October 21st. You need to sign up for the winter renewal reset by at least October the 13th. So if those are of interest to you or somebody you know, please share this podcast with them or share my email, Tanya@moveyourbody.ca, and maybe get a group of you ladies together so that you can have some more account and support as you go along. It's a low entry ticket to come into the winter renewal reset. All right, ladies, thanks again for sharing my podcast, listening to my podcast. Enjoy your beautiful day, and I will chat with you soon. Bye.